I don't. Shalom, Israel, shalom. I don't remember these days. And one day they won't be so. Hallelujah. Shalom, brother Best. Shalom, my brother. Shalom, Sister D. Bless you. Hallelujah. Well, bless you. Mother Melissa. Hallelujah. Shalom. Shalom, brother Kevin. Brother Kevin. Shalom, shalom. Just like the feast days, I'm just up here hanging out. Listen to my brother's jam, playing the guitar. Mother Carolyn throwing down. I love my family. Hallelujah. Praise Yahweh. Hallelujah. All right. Praise Yahweh. We're going to go ahead and get started. You know, what we wanted to do, you know, this is not, this really, like I said, if you read the comments, I wanted to speak with, you know, the saints that didn't get a chance to make it out to the land because it snowed here in Kansas City. But, you know, when I was praying this morning, I just wanted to make sure that we remember while you're dwelling in community and while you have the opportunity to give Yahweh praise, glory, honor, and to always have a chance to engage ourselves in the presence of the Most High Yah. This is what we want to do. This, you know, for me, you know, this is one thing why I want to do. I was thinking about this earlier. You know, if you look at the early saints that understood the need to call upon the Most High Yah and have His presence and His Holy Spirit to move in such a way that we are able to maximize these opportunities when we come together and, you know, healing. When they have opportunity to come in for somebody else that's not certain that the Holy Spirit moves. Because what we're going to do, I'm gonna speak about a few things. It's going to be a small exhortation. I just wanted to, number one, the saints that couldn't make it to the land to hear. I'm going to share it to the page anyway, so the other saints that are, you know, in Straightway Ministries, they have opportunity to look at it and view it and be encouraged by it. But, you know, when we come together, we who are filled with the Holy Spirit, we should know well and good that the Spirit of the Most High Yah will always work among us, will always dwell. But we're not certain of those things because, one, we have some people that just have not been here and seen how the Spirit has moved when we come together. I've seen the Spirit move on several occasions, you know, with us being gathered. And my point for making the reference to the early saints, you know, one of the things that came out of the Azusa Street, it started with them just dwelling in their homes and desiring the Spirit of the Most High Yah to move upon them in such a way that they had all those moves coming out of it. And when I say moves, they had all that Holy Spirit fire taking place. And a lot of people around the country was affected by what started in that home. And so I remember when we moved to Rantoul, like we're talking about, Deacon, I remember saying that, you know, people was going to show up to the land, you know, for prayer. You remember me saying that? Did it happen? It happened. And, you know, the lady knew something was different about us. She even came out and helped till the ground one time, helped work in the garden. You know who we were out there. But I have watched the Most High Yah protect us as we traveled up and down those roads out there. And, you know, you want to be at a point where you think that you have made it. But I don't want to be at that point where I'm telling myself that I made it. And so, you know, the advantage point for us is that, you know, us dwelling in community and home fellowships, we have opportunity to stir up the Holy Spirit. We have access to prayer constantly. And even the more so, you know, I remember we used to call her Sister Silky, but she's not here anymore. But I remember her being sick one time, Sister Gabby. And I remember that we laid hands on her. Do you remember that? When she was sitting on the couch over there, and the pain that she was in, the things that she was having, you know, right after that was done, was gone. And so then my question, I'm gonna walk off screen real quick, but y'all just listen up. But I want to ask y'all, do y'all remember what the Most High has done? Who remembers something that the Most High has done for them? Josh, I want you to come stand up here in front of this podium, and I want you to tell YouTube what that thing is. Say for me? Huh?
For me?
Yeah, for you.
All right. Me personally, coming into the knowledge of the truth, into the ways of the Most High Yah, I remember going down to Straightway. It was my first feast day, and I remember walking to the stage. It was after a mass deliverance, and I sat down to pray, and I believe I went to pray to the Most High. And that's when I had began to be filled with the Holy Spirit, and that's what I just remind myself of on a consistent basis. Is the first time Most High Yah came and filled me with His Ruach.
Right. Anybody else? Go ahead, Brother Pete.
Shalom, Saints. Brother Perry here. The moment that sticks out to me, about a year ago, it would be a year in February actually. Me and my family, we were in a really bad car accident. We're driving down the highway, and some drunk driver came across the median, and long story short, everyone in the accident's dead. No one in our family got hurt, and I can only chalk that up to the hedge of protection that Yah places on us. So hallelujah for him and hallelujah for that.
Hallelujah. So praise Yah. So my whole point for asking that question, Saints, is this. Have you readied yourselves for the times to come? Because it's in them that you need to remember the Most High Yah. See, what we do have that's coming about is we have an expectation, you know, that is promised to us, you know, in the end. And so that's when we cut this camera off, that's one of the things that I want you to receive prayer for. I want you to really be thinking about the hindrances that have come. Because you know, one thing, hindrances, brother, keep your mind off the Most High Yah so that you don't keep him out in the forefront. You don't keep your mind stayed upon these things that he have done for you. Since you've been here, I can think of several things Yah has done. Oh, absolutely. And yet, but then it's like in a short moment, we forget about Yah and we go and forget him. We go and forget about the necessary. There's a lot of things that are going on. Everybody's ripping and running. Everybody's trying to be super Hebrew. Everybody's trying to establish themselves as a force in the Hebraic community. But if you don't know Yah, and if you can't express your love for him, then what good is it concerning the name that you've made for yourself? So in our prayer, we're going to pray that we don't forfeit our reward. All right? And we're going to pray that we be in position to take on the reward of ruling in the earth. Y'all got it? So we cut this off. We're going to pray. But I want to read something because I want to do some thought provoking here. And this is what we're going to do with you all. We're going to open up the 2nd Ezra, all right, chapter 4, and we're going to read verses 22, all right, all the way over to 43. We're going to read that, all right, but this is about the new age that Ezra was concerned about. The new age is going to make all things clear. All right. So we're gonna read through that first, and then we're gonna talk. We're gonna have a short discussion. All right. So chapter 4, second Ezra chapter 4, and we're gonna start at verse 22.
Then I answered and said, I implore you, my master, why have I been endowed with the power of understanding? For I did not wish to inquire about the ways above, but those things we daily experience. Why Israel has been given over to the Gentiles in disgrace. Why the people whom you love have been given over to godless tribes.
Stop. Y'all hear this? See, Ezra has a concern because, see, it's like me. Why do I have to go and deal with somebody that's they trying to get over on us for $6,000? Now, did we go in there like a bunch of just 39th Street thugged out? No, we didn't. We went in there, but yet I saw the flaw. Did you see the flaw? D?
Yes.
When I look, because I'm like, okay, we got some flawed initials here. The initials look like the same person that wrote for you to sign off on the work to get the initials next to it look like the same handwriting. I said, wow. But I got the same question. Why do we have to, what's going on? But see, everybody can't say that because I don't know if you are tired yet of the vexation that's going on in this world. I don't know if you're tired of not being in position to use. The day he do, I ain't saying I'm going to rejoice at the falling of the enemies, but I do want to look at their faces. Because I know how it is. I see how easy it is for people to lie to you, or how easy it is for people to stand around in crowds and watch you suffer and hang and die, and how they get over on you. All right? It's easy for people to do that. So I had the same concern as Ezra. Go ahead, Deacon, finish.
And the law to our ancestors who have been brought to destruction, like locusts. But what will you do for this, for his name that is invoked over us? It is about these things that I have asked. He answered me and said, if you are alive, you will see. And if you live long, you will often marvel, because the age is hurrying swiftly. It will not be able to bring these things that have been promised to the righteous in their appointed times, because this age is full of sadness and infirmities. For the evil about which you ask me has been sown, but the harvest of it has not yet come. If therefore that which has been sown is not reaped, and if the place where the evil has been sown does not pass away, the field where the good has been sown will not come. For a grain of evil seed was sown in Adam's heart from the beginning. And how much godliness it has produced until now? Ungodliness it has produced until now, and will produce until the time of threshing.
Stop. Now, so it made reference to how much the seed of wickedness that was sown in Adam's heart from the beginning has grown until now. See, and so made reference unto the time of threshing. When the threshing floor is where they separate the wheat from the chaff. You got this? Means that this is a season that's going to come. Those who filled with the Spirit versus those who are not filled with the Spirit. Those who are separate from the Word. This is what this is talking about. So it's the thing that's being made known that you're going to come to understand is that, because it talked about that the things to come for the righteous in this age is not now able to come because this age is filled with sadness and infirmities. You get it? And so this is the Most High talking about how much sin is just really ramped up so much that the time is hurrying to end. The book starts on the account of the righteous sake. So if we hearing this, then guess what? I don't even know if thought is being provoked in our minds. It's in my mind. I don't even know if we are even paying attention. But I want to bring that to mind because as you go out every day, you travel back and forth to work, you come home to the community, has this become routine? For those of you out there who are, following the ministry, is it routine for you to get up on Sabbath and watch Pastor die? Is it routine for you to, watch the service and then have your drinks? And, we get into these things, but when in the midst of this do the Spirit of Yah ever move in and among? Just like Pastor saying, I'm knowing I'm connected. That let me know I'm alive. I'm not dead. Because those who ain't never feeling the Most High Yah, you are dead. And you are a part of this age that's full of sickness and infirmity. You don't even feel it. So these things that Ezra is talking about, this is an awareness. You have to be aware. You got to be spiritually tuned in so that you know that, guess what? I know I'm getting ready to be taken out of this. Because this is not real. I think about this every day. This is not real. This is not what I want to grab a hold of. I don't want to rest assured in these things. Huh? Does it make sense? Go ahead, D.
Consider now for yourself how much fruit of ungodliness a grain of evil seed has produced.
You hear what he said? Consider for yourselves how much what? A grain. A grain. Have you ever seen one grain? Right? You ever seen amaranth? Mr. Chris, how big is it? Oh my goodness. It's like, man, that get in your eye. That's going, right? Right? A little grain, but it says consider how much it has sown now. You're seeing it. Listen how true this is. When did Yah make this known to Esdras? So consider what is happening right now. You got all this conflict going on in the Middle East. We steady, pressing for lawless ways. And want to get to the point where you don't and can't homeschool. You want to get to the point where you must get vaccinations to even drive, to fly. Y'all hear it? See, it don't matter right now to you children right now. Guess what? Guess what your main job is every day? Getting up, eating. As long as you get up and do that, boy, you left. You did what you're supposed to do. All right? Let's go, D.
When heads of grain without number are sown, how great a threshing floor they will feel.
I'll keep going.
Then I answered and said, how long will these things be? Why are your years few and evil? Why are our years few and evil? He answered me and said, do not get in a great hurry, a greater hurry than the Most High. You indeed are in a hurry for yourself, but the highest is in a hurry on behalf of many. Did not those of the righteous in their chambers ask about these matters, saying, how long are we to remain here? And when will the harvest of our reward come? And the archangel Jeremiah answered and said, when the number of those like yourselves is completed, for he has weighed the age in measure, and numbered the times by number, he will not move or arouse then until that measure is filled. Then I answered and said,
now wait a minute. Did you hear what he said about the Most High? Did y'all understand what he was saying? Mother? Right. I want you to back that up. What he was saying about the Most High being aroused to move. All right. That was at, let's go verse 36 and 37.
and the archangel Jeremiah answered and said, when the number of those like yourselves is completed, for he has not weighed the age in the balance, and measured the times by measure, for he has weighed the age in the balance, and measured the times by measure, and numbered the times by number, and he will not move or arouse them until that measure is fulfilled.
Now you hear that? Do you get what he's saying? See, the whole thing is that we're already numbered. He was talking about those who are in the chambers asking the same question. Because, you know, they want to know, people are interested in when is the time of reward coming? When is this age going to end? So wait yet until those who are going to join you be numbered. Wait until they join you and be fulfilled. Until then, so guess what? So now you have to ask yourself, are you a part of those receiving expected salvation? See, this is why we're going to pray tonight, because I want to always keep, I don't know what's coming. I constantly pray that my flight don't take place when? During the winter or when? On the Sabbath. I say that, you know, because that is a mindset to keep ready, be ready, keep watching. All right, let's go, Deacon.
Then I answered and said, but, O sovereign master, all of us are full of ungodliness. It is perhaps on account of us that the time of threshing is delayed for the righteous, on account of the sin of those who inhabit the earth. And he answered me and said, go and ask a pregnant woman whether, when her 9 months have been completed, her womb can keep the fetus within it. And I said, no, it cannot. He said to me, in hell, the chambers of the souls are like the womb. For just as a woman who is in labor makes haste to escape the pangs of the birth, so also do these places hasten to give back those things that were committed to them from the beginning. Then the things that you desire to see will be disclosed to you.
All right. So with that being said, before we talk about move to, which we're going to go to chapter 6, and we're going to read chapter 6, verse 11 through 28. All right. We're going to read that here in a second, but this is what I want to say before we read that. So we looked at what is said about what is to come and why those things are to come. See, let's break this down. The things that are to come is due in part to what has begun to permeate in your life. You see it. So let's just take that. Permeate means to filter in. How much is sin beginning to permeate in every aspect of life, Brother Keith? It's in, if you go to church, it's in there. If you go to school, it's in there. If you try to go get a service, get business. If you try to build relationships, if you try to get married to those in the world. When you leave out your house, when you go to the grocery store, you're going to encounter sin. And then even in communities, when you, these days, when you try to, because again, you don't have things like this. It's not often that people that are in communities and that are dwelling in homesteads, that they say, let's get together and pray. See, Ezra already had a message for us to show us that it was already coming. He said this age is full of sadness and what? Infirmity. And it says strictly what sin has done to this age. So if you hate sin like Yah hates sin, then guess what? You should be highly vexed. Right? Therefore, there goes sadness. Yah knows he don't want you to dwell in sadness, but he wants you to dwell in joy. Right? In gladness. But it's hard for us to do in that. So we have to make our own joy by dwelling among saints. Make sense, Peter? We have to make joy by us coming in. I don't know who's dealing with this right now. I don't know who's dealing with things on their heart, but we always got to have an opportunity to filter those things out. That's what this, after this goes on about. Let's have a time of worship. Let's let the music play. Let's lay hands. Let's anoint ourselves with the oil. And let's begin to seek the Most High Yah. Whether it be 5 minutes, whether it be 50 minutes. Right? I don't miss. But we have the administration of a prophet. I'm just reading this. I felt the Spirit reading it because I'm just like, wow, man. I remember when I first got this book, it was nonstop. It was like we were running back to this. I knew it was like, because it was letting us know that you got to let go of this. You got to let go of these things that's here. That's here. This is how you're going to know who are among you. This is how you're going to know those who should be among you. Because people have different focuses. Their focus is not like you. I'm telling you. That's how people miss a lot, Deacon. People, because they can't tune in to the depth that you need them to, because their focus is not the same. That's why people are missing. They just, see, to hear this truth, surface. To hear it surface level, it shows because you continue to go about the same ways, the same routes, the same process, the way you do, because you really don't have that burning desire inside of what separation means for us. I have it. It's like I was telling you two. Back there we was having a talking about. Before we came to Straightway, before we was in the way, our desire was already off of us. We had more joy, more fun giving ourselves to the people that came in our lives, so at least they could hear. We want to take away all the excuses of you hearing about Christ. Yahshua. I want to take away all of that. That's why when you said in the back, when you first came, you didn't trust us. That's good. When I first meet people, I ain't trust people. When I first went to Straightway, I had to see if I could trust them. Right? I knew what I felt through the screen, but I need to go see. Before I open up my mouth. That's what people don't do. People start automatically talking, but I want to go see before I open up my mouth and say something. And I saw what I need to see. That makes sense? So then now, my brother, your wife been up here a whole week. You wasn't even here. Right? Yes, sir. Did you fear somebody was going to talk to her? Or, psst, psst? Not at all. We business got to happen. There's a need. See, I can count on that. See, when I get sisters like y'all coming in. How long you been here, Sister Danielle? Right, you don't even know working. You just getting up working. But you've been here for a little while. And it's a beautiful thing, man. It's beautiful because I guess what I think about you seeing some of these little quote unquote end time movies, man, when you see people shut in places. And I'm thinking about, do I got the right people? If I had to be shut in, do I got the right people that would be shut in with me? Do I be shut in with laziness, slothfulness, murmuring, complaining, bickering, lying, breaking shit, not saying nothing? Or will I be shut in a place of peace? Will I be shut in among prayer and intercessory? Right? I know people don't like why I say this, but I don't care. It on me. It on me. Guess what? I'm gonna say it feel good. Do y'all know it feel good? I say stuff and I bring forth rebuke when I bring forth a chance for you to do better. No, I feel good, but guess what? Now it's your court. It on me whether I did you wrong or not. I was just reading, early this morning. The word confirmed that, guess what? Don't worry about people doing you wrong. Do what you're supposed to do. Word confirmed. So here now we're going to talk about more signs of the end, because we talked about what Yah had already planned when sin entered in. And so the questions that Ezra had about the people and why they was turned over to the Gentiles, all wrapped up in just sin and how it overtook. So he had already had to have things prepared and ready for us, because what was meant, what was good, the things that would be, seem like it ain't gonna come, because guess what? It's just getting more and more wicked. When you think about your children, D, you getting up there with me. We getting up there, brother. But them back seats, boy, getting a lot less, right? Roomy. I mean, ain't no room back there. But when you think about your children growing up, D, do you feel like it's gonna be just a big, bright future of opportunities? And do you feel like that?
What type of opportunities?
Well, go live this glorious, this life, and what you see on TV.
Of course.
I don't even feel. That's why I'm trying to get you. This is how I talk to them. Be ready for whatever. All you need to be is anchored. You need to be anchored right now. That's more important than everything. I had them up there this morning. What are we doing up there, Grim? Praying and what? And singing. You hear that? We were praying and singing. This is your acceptable, right? Sacrifice. See, I'm trying to give you something, brother, that you got to get your hands on. I said the breath out of my body, guess what? You can't say you ain't been in here praising with daddy. You can't say you ain't been in here praying and learning how to put forth an Abel offering instead of a Cain offering. See, this is why the world is full of lies. Like I was telling Sister Gabby, I said, if y'all was accepting anything and everything like we get taught in Christianity, then why he didn't accept Cain's offering? Right? See, we want to be accepted and everything to come as just, y'all knows my heart. He's going to receive me as I am. No, he said, don't be conformed to this world. Right? But be ye transformed. That means that you can't come like you are. There has to be a change because somebody has to be sought. Perverse don't bring change. Do it. All right, so listen to this. It's 6. We're going to start at verse 11.
I answered and said, O sovereign master, if I have found favor in your sight, show your servant the last of your signs of which you have showed me on a previous night. He answered and said to me, rise to your feet, and you will hear a full resounding voice. And if the place where you are standing is greatly shaken, while the voice is speaking, do not be terrified, because the word concerns the end, and the foundations of the earth will understand that the speech concerns them. They will tremble and be shaken, for they know that their end must be changed.
Stop. Y'all hear this? How spiritual is that? Right? See, I'm saying it because I'm just sitting there like, that's, just even listening to this conversation shows you the might of the Most High Yah. Why would I want to get in His way? And see, the sad thing about it is that people don't even know Yah. They don't know Him to be great and terrible. You see what I'm saying? So even at the speaking of His voice cause trembling and shaking. So listen, what's going to come out of this then? What is going to be said? What is being said if Esdras getting this type of, preparation to hear what the Most High is going to say? Well, what He's going to say is exciting. Because this is one thing I've been saying. I was telling my wife, I've been trying to circle back around to this, what was said here, for about 3 months, because I was thinking about something. And this was the essence of what I was thinking. And I'm going to address that. Let's go, D.
When I heard this, I got to my feet and listened. A voice was speaking, and its sound was like the sound of mighty waters. It said, the days are coming when I draw near to visit the inhabitants of the earth, and when I require from them the doers of iniquity, the penalty of their iniquity, and when the humiliation of Zion is complete.
Now stop. You hear what it says? It said, and when the humiliation of Zion is complete. Think about that. See, Zion was a place that was going to be filled and flowing with milk and what? You didn't have to tend to your flocks or your vineyards. Yah said He was going to do it. Remember? But if you go all the way to 2nd Ezra 13, it tells you about the woman that was sad for her son who went into the marriage chamber, and after 3 days, he died. Where it resembled the short amount of time that Israel dwelled in the land of promise. And from that time on, Israel has been desolate without righteousness, without those who belong in the land. And much evil has been done on that soil now. Many people have tried to inhabit Zion with the intent of trying to be holy. There's even, I forget, it ain't coming to my mind right now, but I remember where they were in the land as the people were, but they were doing wicked and lions was eating them up. They were being attacked by lions. So they had to go inquire and get one of the priests, get them and show them how to be us. And when they start living halfway right, the lions stop attacking them. Look what it says. It says that once the humiliation of Zion is complete. You see this? See what they make you think about? So all the things that pertaining to Zion, the people, the land, right? There's humiliation associated with that. And there's a time where the humiliation has to go and be full. Now is this making more sense, John? Is it making sense? You hearing this, society? Go ahead, D.
When the seal is placed upon the age that is about to pass away, then I will show these signs. The book shall be opened, and before the face of the firmament, and all shall see my judgment together. Children of a year old shall speak with their voices, and pregnant women shall give birth to premature children at 3 and 4 months. And these shall live and leap about. Spaces shall suddenly appear sown, unsown, and full of store, and full storehouses suddenly be found to be empty. The trumpet shall sound aloud, and when all hear it, they shall suddenly be terrified.
Now stop. Hold up, Dick. See, this is what I be saying about people not paying attention. You've been in Israel for, some of y'all, you've been in Israel for 30 years. I've been in this walk for 30 years. But yet, when you read this, you miss the depth of the word. Talked about the threshing floor. The threshing floor is to bring in the wheat harvest. Right? That's to separate the wheat from the chaff. What then guess what? That's a season. That's Shavuot, right? Didn't we talk about this? Yes. Then we talked about the sounding of alarms. When is that? Trump. When do trumpets? When does that happen? Right before what? Atonement. Atonement. So he said the blood is going to be up to the horse's bridle, right? That's atonement going on, ain't it? Blood about to be poured out. So you who are really looking behind the word from where the word is from the Hebraic thought, the Hebraic mind, the Hebraic culture. So these things, any of them people that if you are those people, then you should be looking from that standpoint. You see these alarms in the word. All right. Ready?
Yes, sir. At that time, friends shall make war on friends like enemies. The earth and those who inhabit it shall be terrified, and the springs of the fountains shall stand still, so that for 3 hours they shall not flow. It shall be that whatever remains after all ever told you shall be saved and shall see my salvation.
Now pause. Think about this. Now why would he say the springs shall not flow for 3 hours? You know what came to mind? When he said he's going to smite the river in 7 streams. You know what I mean? It made me think about when the Levites was getting ready to take the Ark of the Covenant across the Jordan. It made me think about when the Israelites got ready to cross over and come to Azareth. And it dried up. They would cross dry shod. You know what I mean? Yep. On foot. It made me think about when Moshe lifted the rod and the sea of reeds created a crease. But here it is talking about time of the end, and it mentions something about the stream standing still for 3 hours. Man, people ain't paying attention. And he's talking about the end, more signs of the end. That's something. See, these are all wonders, but these wonders belong to the Most High. All right, let's go.
And they shall see those who were taken up from their birth and have not tasted death.
Now stop. You hear this? So now we're talking about witnesses. You see this? This is Ezra. It's called drying up streams and witnesses that did not die. Ain't no pre-trib rapture. You got a place in the wilderness. Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 33 through 38. Revelation chapter 12. It's a place in the wilderness. Ain't no pre-trap rapture. Ain't no none of that. Y'all hearing this? See, guess what? See, that's what I mean. But some of us, we can't. It ain't resonating. It can't come. It's not, because guess what? You ain't tied in. You ain't picking up on that. These is promises because the Holy Spirit have told you so much that it's reminding you of the deep aspects of the hope to come, of the salvation that's gonna come. Because guess what? You ain't on my neck. You ain't gonna keep charging me $6,000 for a bus. You ain't gonna keep running over me. You ain't gonna keep trying to do my children wrong. You ain't gonna keep trying to force me to get vaccination. You ain't gonna try to keep oppression in place. So if I'm paying attention to the Most High Yah, then I'm paying attention to these signs. Streams drying up. Witnesses. It was already said. Right? Children talking early. And it's right here. But is it somewhere else? Did we read this somewhere else? Did we read it in Revelation? Come on. That's right, Brother John. Let's go, D. Let's finish it out.
And the inhabitants of earth shall be changed and converted to a different spirit. For evil shall be blotted out, and deceit shall be quenched. Faithfulness shall flourish, and corruption shall be overcome. And the truth, which has been so long without fruit, shall be revealed.
Y'all see this? See, and this is the thing. Remember, he said he's going to visit the earth. He said, remember, in verse 18, he said, the days are coming when I draw near to visit the inhabitants of the earth. But these are the things that's going to go before him as he get ready to come. Because when he guess what, when he come, then guess what? Remember, it's going to be a place where Israel is going to be in the mount, and they're going to be in a place of unwalled cities. You see that? And you're not going to be able to come up to Ariah to come and get to Israel. See, people wondering how we going to get back. How you going to do this? How we going to get on the plane if you can't get passports? How we going to, if we ain't got money, we can't buy a seat, how we going to? Right? So we got to consider, hey, thank you all for coming in. I just talked to the saints today. I wanted to pour out my heart. I wanted to get in and, put the oil of anointing on the heads of the saints. I'm going to also keep you, Israel, lifted up, because the time has come. If you ain't begin to see the signs and you have not begin to pay attention to all of the things that God wanted us to be aware of as the end approach, then you have sorely missed what it is that you need to be doing in preparation. Preparation ain't just bug out bags, but it's more so cleaning out your vessel, having your garment be without spot or blemish, and to continue to patiently wait for the glorious coming of our King. And I wanted this word to be a thought process for you, so that even as the Sabbath and the going down of the sun of our day of rest had come, that you be prepared for this week, that no thing move you off your lot. Your portion is endurance. Your portion is the blessing of the Most High Yah, that you remain and that you have everlasting life, that you receive those things which through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that have already been laid up and stored up for us now be placed in your hand. Hey, I'm Pastor Corey, Straightway Ministries, here at Straightway, Kansas City. Bless you all well. Shalom. Shalom.